Well, it's a nice coincidence for us to be here because we were supposed to have the interview in the other room, which is something really playful. But this is the room of Jewish theater.
Wow.
And I think it's a really, really, really nice touch for this.
Yes, of course.
I'm extremely, extremely nervous.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, don't be.
Yeah, actually, I'm trying to...
And you have...
To have your sympathy here.
I'm very... you have all my sympathy.
You're really easygoing. Yeah,
yes.
I saw that.
Yes,
I watched some of your interviews.
Yeah, and I'm also nervous, so...
Oh, okay.
It's okay.
That makes both of us.
Yes.
Great. Well,
a bit, not too much.
I'm here with a confession, actually.
Yes.
I have one of your books signed for me because one of my really good friends knows that I'm an avid reader, and she went to one of your book releases in Bucharest, and she was nice enough to have a book for me. Yeah.
Wow.
And you were nice enough to sign it.
I'm glad.
It was actually Destiny, your last book.
Yes.
But I must confess, I didn't read it.
Okay.
And that's because, well, I think I am a judgmental reader.
Okay.
And I don't know, maybe for good reason. Your name was very, how to say it? God, I told you I'm nervous. I have some notes here.
Yes.
Yeah, you are very very trendy at that time. You are also a woman, and
yes.
I usually don't read women's literature.
Why?
Yeah, because we can talk about this later.
Okay.
And you are also from Israeli, and I thought that you have a type of literature that it wasn't for me at that time. Well, when I heard that we're supposed to meet here, I just took this book, which is Love Life, and I said, let's give it a try. And now I'm here to apologize because your writing is wonderful, and it's a really, really great book. And thank you for being so kind to be here and give me a chance to meet you in person and to congratulate you for all the books and everything you do in literature for us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I love your confession.
Well, I feel
thank
guilty.
you for being so honest and tell me the truth. And it's very interesting, and I'm very glad that you like it.
Yes,
if you're so judgmental, then it's a double compliment for me.
Thank you. Well, you said that writing is great, is a great joy, but also deep suffering.
Yes.
How do you find yourself in this process of writing, between joy and suffering?
Yes. Well, on the one hand, I'm very used to it because I'm writing from a very, very young age. I was 6 when I started writing.
Oh!
Just when I learned the alphabet, I started to write without having any idea what I'm doing. So on the one hand, it was always kind of very natural for me, almost like breathing. But then, with the years, writing, well, not so many novels, but a novel after a novel, then it became more complex, of course, and with a lot of ups and downs, and yes, also kind of suffering. I mean, it can be a super joyful, and but it can be very, very difficult. First of all, because when I write, I'm very emotionally involved, of course, and I feel like I have the duty to feel like every emotion that I'm writing about, I need to go through it myself, even if I'm writing about events that I never experienced, of course, like the death of husband, or losing a father in the war, and all kinds of experience. So yes, I force myself to feel, and then sometimes it's very exhausting emotionally to have all those feelings of those literary characters. So this is one aspect of suffering.
Right.
The other aspect is just when nothing comes. when I want to proceed, I want to go on, and suddenly I have this kind of a block, and and all the fears come up so easily, so fast. Like, okay, you lost it completely. It will never come again. You will never have any new idea, and so it can be frustrating sometimes. And then it solves, and then it's solved, and everything starts again, all over again and again,
with each character you're building.
Yes, and each book, and
well,
it's like alternative life, you know, that I have to live all kind of different alternative lives. So it's not only that I have my own problems, I need to deal with all the problems of the literary characters. So it's heavy.
I guess it is. But maybe the fact that you wanted to be a psychologist, I guess.
That's right.
It's helping.
Yes, I think so. I think it's a great help. For many years, I was really frustrated for missing this career. But writing is a lot. It can bring me comfort, a lot of comfort, because I feel that I still do something for people, even though it's not like being a therapist. But I touch the issues that.
And you actually help them changing their lives.
Yes. I mean, this is the big wish.
And that's because you like playing with sensitive topics. I mean, I don't know, family relations, adultery is one of your biggest themes. How does that affect your relation with your readers, and maybe, I don't know, with your close ones, with your loved ones?
Well, it's I can see a kind of harmony in all those aspects, although sometimes I get strong reactions from readers, sometimes quite negative. You mentioned Love Life. When this book was published, I got, readers were very angry at me. Some of them were very enthusiastic, but I also got very strong negative reactions for the adultery and for the, this story of young woman and such an old man, and he's ruining her life and she's ruining her life, and what am I doing? And readers in Israel, but I guess everywhere, can be very judgmental, like you.
Yeah, like myself, indeed.
But I don't think you meant this kind of judgmental.
No, of course not.
I think your judgmental is more literary. Sometimes the readers, if they don't like what the characters do, they can judge them, like moral judgment. And so I confront it many times as well.
And it was kind of bold for you to choose this subject, but also to use those really vivid images because you're not at all, I don't know, cum spui timid fetelor în engleză? I lack the words today. You weren't shy at all. And it was unexpected for me to find in your books this kind of a cinematic, if you want, kind of writing.
Yes, I think the book surprised me too, because I am a bit shy as a person, but like when I write, it's in many ways it's not me. I mean, it's a different. It comes from a different consciousness, maybe. I don't know, where many feelings and emotions they disappear, like being shy, like being afraid, like all kinds of limitations that I do have in my normal daily life. I lose them when I write, because freedom is the most important thing for a writer. And I remember writing this book, I had no idea how daring it was.
Indeed.
I really had no idea. I think I only realized it when the book came out, and I brought it to my father, who was a well-known literary critic and quite a puritanic personality.
And he was like, "Who are you?"
And I brought him the book, and then when I came home, I suddenly realized that my Puritan father is reading this right now with all the sex scenes, and I was really. It was the first time that I realized that someone is going to read the book, and that the book is very daring.
And it's going to make an impact.
Yes. And then I remember that I called my mother, who was much more flexible, and I told her, "Listen, I don't know the book. I forgot to tell you how daring. The book is very daring, and it might be difficult for Dad to deal with it. I thought he might get a heart attack or something." And then my mother, she said, "No, don't worry. I will take a marker, and I will mark all the paragraphs that he shouldn't read."
Okay.
And she did it the whole night. She was marking the whole book for him, and only in the morning she gave him the book. And we still don't know. Maybe he read only the marked paragraph.
Could be.
Yes.
But what was his opinion?
He liked it.
He liked
it. Yes.
Great. I loved it also. And you just said that it's not you when you're reading, and you're not the character. And that brings me to pain.
Yes.
Although you have a lot of things in common with your character,
yes.
How can you manage this kind of balance between you as a writer and your character, writing about your own experience, actually?
Yes. Well, the truth is that even if I'm writing about my own experience, like in pain, I try to make something different out of it. I never felt the need to document my life,
research,
to write about what is happening to me. Everything is kind of material for other adaptations and directions, and so even when I started to write about the terror attack that I experienced myself, I started it 10 years later. I mean, I need to go through it and to gain perspective and to recover and to gain more time, and only then I was able to bring it into my writing. And I didn't want to do it. It was kind of forced on me to write about the terror attack. I remember when I started the book, I had no idea that it will be so central in the book. But I have to say that even though I went through a terror attack in Jerusalem, just like the character in the book, she went through a completely different experience.
Of course.
So it's a kind of interwave, so many issues together, and to create a different experience. Although I was using mine too, but she's a different person with a different family, different challenges in life. So for her, it was completely different experience than it was for me.
But was it for you some sort of a healing process?
No. I waited 10 years, and I had to heal myself before I could write about it. I think this is my way of processing. I need to process without writing, and only when it's done, it comes up to literature.
I was thinking about Kurt Vonnegut, who also wrote about Slaughterhouse-5, his experience in Dresden.
Yes.
Only after a really, really long process. He also didn't want to write about it. I guess it's tough to put your soul into this kind of confession to your readers. Do you trust your readers?
Wow, interesting. I never thought about it.
Well, it's a good time to start.
It's almost too late.
Don't think so. You have a lot of books to write, so.
Well, I think I do. I mean, I never thought about it, so maybe it means that I do. But actually, when I write, I don't think about the readers. I don't want to insult my readers, but
not at all.
But I don't think. It's a kind of. It's me in the book, and I try to listen to the characters in the book. I think that writing is a lot about listening, not only imagining. And I listen to them. It's not that I hear voices, no.
Of course not.
It's kind of trying to be very close to the characters, and I try to imagine and to enter their consciousnesses. And so I don't think about the readers, I think about the characters. And I think about the book as if he's like a child, or sometimes a baby, sometimes like I want to realize what the book needs now, what he needs from me. So it's relationship between me and the book, when I feel sometimes like the mother of the book or the servant of the book. I try to make it. I try to see what the book needs. And I think that I try to interest myself first of all, because I feel that if it is not interesting enough for me, then it will not
be for the readers.
Yes.
I found one of your. It's a really, really sweet story about your son finding you one of your writing days and crying over over one of your characters, and he was like, "Hey, you're the writer. You can do them. Do whatever you please." And yet you don't. You just said that freedom is one of the most important things for a writer, but the freedom to give your characters freedom as well, it's a really bold choice, I guess.
Yes, it's true. It's true. I feel that I need a lot of freedom, but it doesn't mean that I have control. Because control is different from freedom, and sometimes I need to listen to my characters, and I realize that they need a different direction than I was thinking about, so I need to, they come first. So yes, sometimes, even though I can cry and sometimes I feel that my heart is going to break, but I cannot make shortcuts for them. They need to go through the whole procedure.
You're talking a lot about your emotions during the writing process. You just called yourself the mother of the book. You're seeing yourself in this kind of relationship with your characters. Do you identify yourself as a feminist?
Yes, of course. Yes, of course.
Do you see that as a pressure? As a female writer?
What do you mean, a pressure? Like
from your readers, from society, being at the same level as male writers? I just told you I'm judgmental.
Yes.
I used to read men. That's because I was thinking about...
Why is that?
Because I think I was a bit... Disappointed, yeah. Many of the women I used to read were actually trying to make a point and forgot about the writing mission itself. So it was more like a statement than literature, and I was looking for something else, I guess. And I guess I find it in your books. And I just met another Israeli writer, female writer, Hila Bloom, if you know her. Yeah,
she's a good friend of mine.
Really? Well,
yes.
It's a great discovery for me. I mean, Israeli literature for me, it's a new conquer,
Wow,
so to speak.
I'm very happy and proud.
I love Edgar Keret and Eshkil Nebo.
Yes, they're all my friends.
I think it's great. It's a great world there. I mean, how do you do that?
Maybe you need to have a lot of wars and a lot of tension.
It's toughen you up.
And very stressful life. Maybe this is what you need. I don't know, but thank you. I feel very privileged to listen to you, and all the writers that you mentioned are close friends of mine. And well, yes, I guess the atmosphere in Israel, although it's so terrible, especially now, but maybe it's good for writers. I don't know. It's not good for life, for peaceful life, but maybe for writing, it motivates us. But I think from the beginning, my female protagonists, I mean, they were not like typical feminists. They had to go through a process that brings them more strength, and then I guess they will be feminist, or they still or they already are, but they don't declare about it. And I never wanted to use or to touch those issues in a kind of declaration. And some readers were quite judgmental about it too. That they criticized some of my female protagonists for being maybe not too, I don't know, not assertive enough, or not strong enough. But I'm interested in all those processes of becoming more independent, of becoming more strong. So I deal with it, but in the backyard. I mean, it's not the main issue. And I made this decision a few years ago. Because there were years that I thought maybe I should write more about the male perspective. And in one of my books, I wrote about this lawyer, Avner. I don't remember the name in Romanian, the title of the book, but he's a lawyer for human rights.
Yeah,
yes.
I know the book.
And I enjoyed writing.
Fărâme, viață, the remains of life.
Yes, exactly. So at the beginning, I felt very comfortable writing his consciousness, and I thought, wow, it's interesting to be a man. I mean, I could feel. It even made me. I could identify with men deeper after I wrote it. But then I thought that I want to stick for female characters as the main protagonist, because so many male writers used to write about women, and they did a great job, of course. But I felt like this is my duty now because so many male writers wrote about women. Then now I felt that we, the female writers, should do it our way, ourselves.
We need a women's perspective on women.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
So maybe I will change my mind in the future, but this is how I feel.
Speaking
recently.
about duty, you just mentioned this word.
Yes.
Being Israeli actually creates this kind of expectation of you writing on political issues, but you just don't.
Yes.
You use it as a background, maybe.
Yes.
You rather concentrate yourself on this, I don't know, authentic perspective of life.
Yes. Yes.
Is it hard to detach yourself from reality because you live there?
Yes. Well, I think it was. I mean, from the beginning, I decided to. Well, it's not even a decision. It was clear to me that I want to stick to the issues that interest me, like the intimacy between people, or between one and himself, herself, about the inner world, about the emotional world. I always felt it's more close to me than political issues. As a writer, I mean, as a citizen, I'm very involved in politics, and especially in the few last years, and I speak a lot in demonstrations and etc. But still, as a writer, I felt like I don't want to touch those huge issues like like they can burn everything else. The politics and the conflicts and the situation in Israel is so heavy and dramatic that it can swallow the daily stuff and the daily conflict, which I find very interesting. And I was criticized about it too, especially abroad. It's many journalists ask me in many countries, how can you live in Israel and write about the inner world? But this was the only way I could handle with the situation. But I think the last book, or even the book before, even Pain, already opens more windows to the Israeli reality, and especially the last one, Destin. So it getting inside my novels with the years, more and more, but it is still not the main issue.
Mm-hmm. What is the main issue? In one word.
The complexity of love, complexity of human soul.
Right. Thank you so much for your warm soul and for being so nice and generous. And thank you for being here today with us. I hope you all will enjoy Philip. I hope you will enjoy Yash. It's a really nice place, and I hope to see you again soon. Send greetings and all my love to your friends. And maybe you'll be kind enough to give me another autograph on my book here.
Of course. To see how you spell your name.
L-I-V. Live.
L-I-V.
Yeah.
That's easy.
It's actually Liviana. It's more complicated, but it's Live for Friends. So
here you are.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
Really. It really was a pleasure.
Yes. Wow. My first interview.
Really?
Yes.
Oh God,
yes.
The pressure.
You're my first.